We back. I haven't done a Tyler Oliveria video in a minute. And I feel like being a little bit educated today, so let's see what's good with this shit.
You're not gonna be
Hawaii, paradise turned into hell. I want to see what's bad with Hawaii, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hawaii is on my list of, like, places I want to go to. It seems like a pretty chill-ass place. Isn't it just far as fuck? Because I'm on the East Coast.
come Hawaiian. If you're
Isn't that
coming
shit all the way
busy,
by Cali or some shit? I don't know.
Afraid of you guys here. Bro, what do we even do? You're not from Maui.
Oh, we do white people, okay?
White people?
Like really.
And plus, like, isn't there, like, I seen another video about Hawaii, and I'll stop pausing after this shit, but isn't there, like, hella white people there? They just left to Hawaii just because they thought they would live a better life over there, and it turned out to be worse.
Expensive.
That's what I seen.
Had to move. Her and her family moved to Las Vegas to survive. Everybody getting priced out of paradise.
Every year, 15,000 plus native Hawaiians leave Hawaii to the mainland, which now has more Hawaiians than Hawaii itself, with the median house
Damn. So what's the population of Hawaii?
costing $1.1 million plus. The local Hawaiians are being priced out of paradise as millionaires buy second vacation homes. Airbnb entrepreneurs rent out their apartments to
How big is Hawaii, bro? Hawaii only got 1.4 million people. That was in 2022. So let's say like 1.6, 1.7 million people now. That's still a little bit of people. And you telling me there's more Hawaiian people in the U.S.? It's crazy to think about.
tourists. Billionaires buy entire islands, and mainlanders move to Hawaii. Locals are unable to afford the rapid increase in the cost of living, turning places like Waikiki, the symbol of Honolulu's bustling tourism, into a dumping ground for homeless Hawaiians. But with nearly 24% of Hawaii's economy reliant on tourism, are tourists even
24%?
welcome in Hawaii anymore?
A quarter of Hawaii
Simple
depends
as
off
Hawaii is the
tourism.
number one most
Is fucking
expensive state in
crazy.
America, while ranking number 4 in homelessness.
And the
How much
most
longer will
expensive
Hawaii
state?
have Hawaiians. Has it gotten really expensive to live out here recently, or has it always been that way?
It's gotten really expensive.
Yeah. If you were to
The
try
most
to, I don't know, get a
expensive
place
state
right
is
now, how much do you think
crazy.
that costs for like a studio apartment? Oh my gosh.
Like really expensive.
Where you coming?
1,300 for a studio apartment is crazy. It's like that's just like the same prices over here, to be honest with you, but it's still crazy.
Oh, I want to ask you.
On a little ass island without like a lot of people, you would expect it to be cheap.
Okay, all right.
Oh, we do white people, okay?
White people. What did I do?
No, your people go fuck with them. I don't know you.
Where are you from originally?
Originally from Ohio.
Okay.
Been here for 20 years.
You
Damn,
consider
she
yourself,
moved to Hawaii.
Local at this point?
Absolutely. All my grandbabies are local.
Do you feel welcomed here, or is there sort of contention?
We were welcomed. We were loved.
Can you explain the white people concept? That's like the howler.
Damn, I like how he's low-key painting this picture right here. Like, he's showing, like, yeah, the white people think they loved, or certain white people say that they're loved and shit. And then here's this homeless guy saying, man, we don't even fuck with white people. Fuck white people. It's like everything that child did. He said, yeah, race. He didn't say him specifically. He said his race.
White people?
Because Hawaii needs visitors. Hawaii needs people to love the island like we do.
Where did you live on the mainland?
Lived in Michigan. Yeah.
So you came out here, and the plan was to figure it out kind of when you got here?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
What did I tell you? Some people just go to Hawaii, think that it's a better lifestyle over there, and they end up being homeless, gang. Honestly, I can't blame them, because some place that looks like paradise, I would want to go to and try to live out my life over there if I have no other option. But then again, you got to do your research, bro.
we get swept everywhere. I just got swept again last Thursday. Took everything I owned. Everything.
Do you have any current plans of getting off the streets? And look, cop right there.
Yeah.
How long have you been out here, Sid?
20 years.
20 years.
Damn.
When I had to quit my job, I gained my freedom. There's no more having to abide by anybody's rules.
Yeah, but there's like, that's the pro. You don't got to abide by anybody's rules. But look at the con. You're in the middle of a park with no home. If you're going to be willing to take that step of quitting your job and shit, at least have a fucking plan.
I can be out here, I can be free.
Yeah.
I've been camping ever since I was a kid. So for me, this is nothing but camping.
You might be surprised to notice
Oh, I
how
thought she said she was homeless if she was a kid. I was about to say,
many
bro.
people from the mainland are on these streets, and that's because many people come
But
here
what do you
from
really
the
want to
mainland
camp
be
for the rest
homeless
of your
in
life?
Hawaii.
That's where I'm
The
trying to get
beautiful
at.
view of the
Like,
ocean,
yeah, it's
why not
camping,
just set
but
up a tent on the
it's gonna
beach?
get tiring, bro.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, even as hard as it is out here, I still love it here.
Usually I work a little bit and everything like that, but then I just like to skate.
At least y'all see the
That
bright
perfect
side,
No more
bro.
taxes, no more BS, no more stress.
Yeah, dude, you know. I
They don't
got a
got
puppy,
taxes in
like I
Hawaii?
said, my friend
If they don't got taxes in
Seems
Hawaii,
trivial
no
if
wonder
you're
everything
crib,
else is
sure.
expensive, bro.
So
They
you
gotta
got an inflatable
fucking
setup
rip
to
y'all
lay your
pockets
body on?
somehow.
Basically it.
That's it.
We need help. You say you got housing for the homeless? Yeah.
Where is it?
Respectfully, you just said you didn't want to work a job. That was your help.
I
I
have
know
a friend
people
of
go
mine, her
through
name
shit
is
in life, but
Angela, and she works.
you said you had a
every
job, bro.
Day. She works the graveyard shift at the airport, and she's homeless. There are people out here who got jobs, and they can't afford housing.
That's different.
Aloha.
That's fucked up.
We're seeing tents strewn along every aspect
People
of this
actually
beach.
trying to make a
Tent
living
after
and
tent
shit, and they
after
can't even
tent. It's
fucking
pretty unreal just how many
get an
people are around here.
apartment.
What's your name? Bob. Bob, good to meet you, Bob. How did you end up on the beach out here?
If you want to watch extended convos with guys like Bob, DLC content with Uncle you'll meet later in this video, exclusive videos never uploaded to YouTube, and my Patreon at Patreon Journalism, and go watch the Hawaii DLC content as it on YouTube.
He
at
said the DLC
patreon.com/Tyler
content. I'm fucking
Oliveria.
dead,
I don't
bro.
know. I just got here and I stayed here.
How is it living out here on the beach? Is it tough? Is it pretty easy
I
with
like
the
it.
weather?
I like it.
How'd you end up here on the beach?
Couldn't pay rent.
How much was your rent at the time?
At least 500.
500?
Studio, like shack really, up in Nanakuli. So
A lot of people
I just saw 1,300, bro. 500, it ain't bad.
getting priced out of their homes out here.
pretty much, yeah.
Do you have any family members or friends who have moved to the mainland because it got too expensive out here?
Absolutely. So I'm one of 6 kids, and I am the only one currently living here in Hawaii.
Where do they go?
One went to Ohio,
Okay.
2's in Nevada, in Reno, one's in Washington, and one's kind of floating all over.
And they
Yeah.
left for better job opportunities, better
Floating all over is crazy. That boy living the lifestyle. What the fuck?
wages.
For the most part, yeah.
The problem right now
Floating
is that
all
people
over.
who are purchasing second homes and Airbnb entrepreneurs are renting out these long-term housing units, turning them into short-term housing units, decreasing the available long-term housing supply, driving prices up, and making it nearly impossible for some of these locals to pay rent, much less own a home. But look at that view. Who wouldn't want to live here? This is
That shit is
paradise.
beautiful.
So I met up with lifetime Honolulu resident David to understand the culture of Hawaii a little more and the underlying tensions between Hawaiians, locals,
Oh,
and
fuck
white
you
people.
too, nigga.
David,
The
how
fuck?
long have you lived here in Hawaii?
25 years, born and raised.
Okay, but are you Hawaiian?
I'm not Hawaiian. I'm Italian, Filipino.
Would locals here consider
So
you
what the
Hawaiian?
fuck?
No, definitely not.
What does it mean to be a Hawaiian out here?
Gang. I'm sorry. I just got thrown into a loop. He said I'm Italian and Filipino, but I was born here in Hawaii. What the fuck? Are your parents rich and they decided to just settle down in Hawaii?
It means to have some semblance of Hawaiian blood.
Are the locals living here in Waikiki?
No, definitely not. It's majority tourists. There are some buildings here that people live in, but they're like multi-million-dollar building apartments.
Yeah.
And
Do you live there?
median or average price right now, last I checked, maybe a year or two ago, was like 700 grand for a house on island, and that's nothing in this area. That's
700 grand for a normal home. It's fucking crazy. You know what'll be worth it? Is it true, or is that just in cartoons that Hawaii got like volcanoes and shit? That'll be tough. Is that a volcano right there?
on the other parts of the island. Definitely not something that
That would be a
people can
fire
afford.
ass
We're
view.
headed
It would
to
be
Kahala.
dangerous,
This is the
but
Beverly Hills of Honolulu. David, is
wanna
that
be
true?
there.
Who lives there?
Well, I think the most notable person who lives there is Hiero Midyar. He's the founder of eBay.
Anything out here, it's safe to say.
Definitely, definitely.
The founder of
You're not gonna
eBay.
find anything less than that here.
So that's a nice little mansion right there. Little mansion right there. Cybertruck all the way out here.
I mean, lots of doctors, lawyers,
buddy, I'm in the middle of the hood. I seen damn near 50 of them shits.
accountants, financiers live out there. Like, it's not uncommon to see a Ferrari pull into a garage or
That's
a Bentley.
different.
One of my buddies lives in a tower, and he was telling me, you know, the building I used to live in, like 40% of it is unoccupied because a lot of international investors buy up those properties and just leave it vacant.
So that's got to piss off a lot of local.
What's the point? Why would you buy property and leave it vacant? Unless they're just buying property, stacking properties, and let it like gain value. That's the only outcome I see out of that.
Out here who are getting priced up into apartments they can barely afford.
Yeah, definitely. And they're building like little sustainable mobile homes and little encampments.
This is bougie out here, David. What is this?
Yes, sir. Kahala Hotel.
Okay.
That shit is bougie. What the fuck?
Dolphins? Look at him. There he is. And they like being in this little pond.
Niggas got dolphins.
If they didn't, they would show us signs that they had lesser welfare. So
Like dolphin depression?
basically, yeah.
So you got like light eyes, light hair, you're white. How has that experience been out here? Is it pretty chill or is there friction?
Yeah, so I'm Holly. My stay in my lane. One of the reasons that it actually took me a while to decide to move out here was because I knew I was moving to an actively colonized landscape. So I do what I can to make sure that I am being respectful, that I am letting other people's voices be elevated above mine. If they're coming out to visit, come on.
No. I get it. You're in their land. I get respect. But never undersell yourself to somebody just because you in their land. Gang, they're supposed to show the same respect to you. You're not the people that colonize them. We just there because you like fucking Hawaii. Why the fuck they gotta show you all this negative energy for? You feel me?
Out and visit and do so responsibly. If you are
That's
just
an L
coming
take
out
right
here
there.
because you just want to have a party, maybe think about where you're going. Maybe go to Miami, you know?
All right, yeah, that's fair. Would it be fair to say this is a gentrified neighborhood out here? Do any locals live out here, do we think?
Definitely not. I mean, you might have some families that are like second generation and like the property was passed down to them, but...
And look at that view. It's gorgeous and breathing. Holy smokes.
That shit is
And while it's
fucking
no
beautiful.
surprise, people want to move here and have a taste of paradise.
It's
for
like Dominican
themselves.
Republic
Hitting
Mount
costs, as many
on
native
crack.
Hawaiians are simply being priced out, forced to move to the mainland, or work 2 to 3 jobs to survive. So, to curb the displacement of Hawaiians, in 1921, Congress passed the Hawaiian Homes Commissions Act, setting aside roughly 200,000 acres of land to homestead the native Hawaiians, allowing Hawaiians with 50% or more Hawaiian blood to be eligible to receive some of this land. But some Hawaiians say this is a Western concept that has no basis in any of their traditions or how they determine who is Hawaiian.
Like the whole blood quantum concept is a Western concept.
Got it.
Being Hawaiian is not only like a race classification, it's like, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like a holistic way of living where the people are connected to the land.
Bro, what? So even if you are blood Hawaiian, like dead ass Hawaiian, if you're not somehow connected to the land, they not accepting your ass. Yeah, y'all cooked.
And so it's, in a way, it's like they're kind of stewards of the land, but my uncle who lives in Maui, he's a descendant of Hawaiian royalty, and like he's got stories about how his auntie would teach him, like, if you see the waves that are crashing at this angle and hitting the cliffs this way, that means you're gonna be able to find mangoes in this part of the forest.
Bro, what?
It's like being able to read
That's a
nature.
that's a
We
crazy ass
pulled up
theory,
on
bro.
David's homie Jamin, who is a local.
Just
like
think about it.
David,
I'm not
has
even about to
Hawaiian
pause it, never
blood,
mind.
Unlike David, what does he think of the Americanification of Hawaii since its occupation?
1893, the United States annexes Hawaii. What are your thoughts on that? What is your family's perspective on? Is this currently occupied land?
Actually, 1893 was the overthrow.
Okay.
The annexation was in 98.
Okay.
So it was its own republic for about like 5 years before they officially got the U.S. to annex it. Every island though had their king, and I think Big Island, Mokuokiave, was specifically allied with Great Britain.
Okay.
And I think every kingdom had their own nation that they were pulling from. So like Russia was involved in this, France was involved in this, and I think America had another interest in another island. But that's why King Kamehameha actually wanted to be a part of Great Britain for that like royal protection.
Everyone wants Hawaii, right? Perfect location in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, especially for the U.S.
I mean, that's why they wanted Pearl Harbor, you know? I mean, I guess without it, like, you can't really dominate or operate in the Pacific. And that's also a big reason why Japan came after us. At some point, once they bring guns, tasers, you know, weapons, what do you think that means, you know? Like, for us, if we retaliate, we're looked at as, like, terrorists, you know?
Sure.
Like, it's a game of
Yeah,
force, bro, for
if
real.
you're foreign,
Some of the Hawaiians feel
like
like
I hate that. I hate that we see like anybody else that's not American with a gun or with like any type of weapon as a terrorist. That's crazy. That's crazy. because that means that they could look at us as terrorists too. You gotta think about it. Like, we're just the same as them. It's just that they're on a different side as us.
Obviously, you're still occupied, right?
Most people feel that
No?
way. I just think that's a subliminal reality. At the end of the day, if you did want to practice certain things about your culture and do things in a certain way, you would have to step on some federal laws. You would have to deal with some consequences by the police or whoever, whatever jurisdiction is holding over that part of the land. For most Hawaiians, you're not going to find 100% Hawaiian. Most Hawaiians you find is either going to be Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, Hali, or whatever, So like, we're all mixed, and to be really Hawaiian is like to be able to like track where you're from, and to know your lineage and your ancestry. And once you bury enough of your ancestors' bones here, like you're kind of attached,
Sure.
And that's where the life force is, that's where the mana is.
Beyond housing, what makes it expensive to live out here as a Hawaiian?
The food.
Gas, groceries. What other words that start
milk?
with G?
You got like $9 milk gallons or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody shops at
$9
Costco,
milk
you can't
gallons is
afford them all.
crazy.
If you take away the hotels, you decrease all the infrastructure for tourism, what jobs are the locals working out here? Or do they just tend to the land and we go back to like a communal, simple agrarian setup where people, have gardens and they give to each other and barter? Where do the jobs go if you take away all the tourism?
We can't really create new industries being a part of America with American law. Like we would have to create new laws to do different things differently. Pretty much like
So you
that.
just want to be
much would have to
independent?
change to make industries appear or be strengthened, like
He said he just wants Hawaii to be independent and he doesn't want them to be part of the U.S. because he feels like the laws that the U.S. is putting on Hawaii is not helping them progress. That's what I'm getting from his take.
because most of our money is not tourism, bro. That's like a facade, bro. Like we could survive without it. It's not like an anti-America stance. It's just a pro-Hawaii stance.
Since European contact, beginning with the arrival of Captain Cook in 1778, and through the spread of deadly
Captain
diseases
Cook
like
is real?
smallpox, measles,
fuck? I
and
thought that was
whooping
a
cough,
saying.
the native Hawaiian population was reduced by roughly 90% over the next 70 years. As the native Hawaiian population was decimated and not interested in working sugar plantations, groups of immigrants from China, Japan, Philippines, and later Puerto Rico and Portugal immigrated to Hawaii to work the land for 3 to 5 year contracts in a form of indentured servitude. One may call it just a better branded name for what you may know as
Slavery.
slavery. Fast forward years later,
They had slavery with contracts? They had contracted slaves? So you're telling me after the contract is over, they just get a new owner? Gang, they used to have fucking well, that's what it was called, the slave trade. But bro, they used to have like dead ass trades. They used to have contracts. What the fuck?
1921,
That's
as Hawaii is
crazy.
rapidly becoming a melting pot of many cultures. The homestead
That's
program
fucking
sets
insane,
aside
bro.
pieces of land to appease Hawaiians'
You could take it off
ancestral
a human
claims
for
to the
5
land,
years of
like
their
the one
life to work
Jamin's
for you
family
for
lives in right
damn
now.
near
We're in
no
the
money.
burbs, but the homestead burbs. And from my understanding, they're allowed to
Take
live
away
here
your
for
whole
cheap.
life.
That's
That's
the big
crazy.
plus here. You're getting rewarded for having ancestral ties to this land and being a certain percentage blood quantum Hawaiian. How long did it take for your family to get a homestead?
I'm not exactly sure how long it took us, but everyone in my dad's family got on the list at some point. You're kind of like, a little lucky to get like something offered,
This is a big crib, right? I expected like I don't know, maybe like an apartment or like this is a nice
Nah,
family
they gave
house.
him a
This is
nice
a
ass
5-bedroom,
fucking house. Look at
3
that.
bathroom.
How much?
5 bedrooms? Just for being Hawaiian? What the fuck did Americans do to Hawaii that they had? Yo, what the fuck? A 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom like a house with a backyard with mangoes? Or no, that's a coconut. My bad.
Something that
Self-neck.
goes for if this was not on the homestead.
But yo,
Like a mil?
Probably more, bro.
Actually?
Yeah. And then the land, you get like a 99-year lease or something like that, and you pay like $100 off the bat for the 99 years of living.
So every single family here has some blood tie or blood claim to like being Hawaiian and
For sure. Yeah, you can't get it otherwise. So and that's why it was one of the coolest spots to like grow up in, because
That's
like everybody who's lives here is Hawaiian style, like we have whole block parties, bro, raging to like
That's
late
lit.
at night. No cops are called,
But Jamin's sister Tate had a few other thoughts worth considering.
so I'm here with.
Tate Kelly Ho'omalu.
Did you grow up here?
We grew up in Kahuku, which is on the North Shore, on Oahu.
that shit
Do
look
you
dry.
think you'll ever move out of Hawaii and go to the main? No? That was quick. Tell me why.
Cause it's our home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our culture and identity is here, so there's no, yeah, we're not, at least for Native Hawaiians, we don't, this is our home, so we don't like to flock away from it. And also, too, I really don't believe in purchasing land or having land ownership outside of, like, my genealogical ties.
Okay. In your opinion, what does it
Damn,
mean
she's
to be
a very
Hawaiian?
spiritual,
Well, there's no
down to
opinion, to
her,
be honest.
like down
If
to her
you're
land
native,
person.
you
She
have
said, "I do
blood,
not want to
Yeah.
own
Amount of blood?
any
Yeah,
land in
absolutely,
any
yeah.
other
Doesn't
country.
matter.
So I was
No
asking-
percentages.
If it's
I
not
feel
my
like
home,
our
I don't want it."
generation, though, is like better at like breaking those things. If you're Hawaiian, you're Hawaiian.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no blood quantum. We don't believe in that thing.
So even like
But I guess if I were to be gifted a home that's 5 bedroom, 3 bathrooms, I wouldn't want to fucking leave neither. I'm just saying.
say I'm like blonde hair, blue eyed, white, like.
Then
true
again, I don't know
Italian,
what they
would I be
went
Hawaiian?
to, what
If you
they
have
went
Hawaiian
through
blood, you can.
to
Okay.
receive
I'd
that,
be a local,
obviously.
but not a Hawaiian, right?
Yeah, correct. It's similar to like, I mean, I don't know demographic wise, but it's like if you live in the hood, would you call yourself black?
No, I get what you're
What?
saying.
Wait, I need to listen to this shit again.
Local, but not a Hawaiian, right?
Yeah.
Could I be Hawaiian?
If you have Hawaiian blood, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can be a local, but not a Hawaiian, right?
Yeah, correct. It's
I could be a local, but not a Hawaiian. Okay.
similar to like, I mean, I don't know demographic wise, but it's like if you live in the hood, would you call yourself black?
No.
Type shit.
I get what you're saying. Do you think Hawaii would be better off? if it
Right.
was no
I
longer
just
part
heard
of
it
the
wrong
United
'cause I didn't
States?
hear the
That'd
first
be a
part.
good thing for Hawaii, or ultimately a bad thing?
Well, I don't see it as a part of the United States.
Okay.
But do I think it should be unoccupied? Absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
When we're talking the military bases should.
Absolutely. Gone.
What does the United States of America mean to you when?
Just saying. In my opinion, the U.S. has some influence. Look at the language they're speaking. I'm pretty sure that's not their native language.
When you think of the USA as a country,
Just
as
saying,
Hawaii's
bro.
role in it, is it just like a subjugator?
I think the United States is stupid. But my main concern is that they illegally occupy Hawaii. So I don't think that they should have at least jurisdiction here in Hawaii with governance.
Okay. As a Hawaiian, what are your thoughts on the tourists that come here to Hawaii?
Don't come.
Yeah.
Come but leave. If you're coming, then leave. And don't buy land. And
So you're telling me that if somebody literally likes the views, loves the area, loves the ambience, like I get it, okay, you don't want fucking foreigners to live there by your land because it's tied to your spirit and to your culture. But damn, nigga, you telling me I can't have a fucking beach house?
don't own land here. Simple as that.
What are your thoughts on the folks that come here? Maybe
And
buy
she
a
said
second,
tourists
third
don't
home,
even
a
stay here,
vacation
yo.
home,
Get the fuck
maybe
out,
a
leave.
full-on tower 'cause I'm a
That's
billionaire
crazy.
And I don't even use half
But
of it.
like I said, bro, I don't know. I don't know the
yeah.
full story.
It's not your right to, and unfortunately, I think almost 50% of Hawaiians don't live in Hawaii, which is so unfortunate, and it's only gonna get worse.
What if they respected the culture, respected it as you see it, and respect it, assimilated into your culture rather than trying to impose their own onto, like they're your guests, let's say.
Guest leave.
Okay, mic drop.
But most people come here with the right intentions anyways, but they don't know that what they're doing is actually wrong. Now, if you are staying, then do your part in getting educated and respect culture. You're not going to become a Hawaiian, and like you're not going to become black when you move to Compton.
These people, buy a second home, they decrease the supply of available long-term housing, therefore the available housing goes up in prices, and then locals can't afford to rent.
Okay, nah. That shit stuck in my head. Why the fuck did she have to associate black people with Compton?
Exactly.
And this has in turn led to Hawaiian locals to create these huge villages in the woods, living off the land and off the grid in Hawaii at whatever the cost. As I was driving past this park, I noticed a massive encampment hidden in the woods. We pulled
Damn,
up to
that's
some
a
Costco
fucking
pizzas and
fortress,
asked if we
yo.
could check it out.
What the fuck?
Where are we at right now? Before we explore the island more, I want to tell you about the sponsor that made delay people to personal info private, and it's my info personal info, and you. Okay.
At the small Waianae Harbor.
Okay. I came down here like a year ago. It wasn't as big as it is now, I don't think, right? Has it grown last year or so?
Yes, it did.
How many people live out here?
We have over about 170.
I see little guy over here.
170 people in that fortress.
Everyone here, we all call each other family.
I ain't gonna lie though, that shit look lit. No bullshit. Out of all the homeless places I've seen, bro, these niggas made their own fortress. They own like gated area with fucking wood and shit. That shit fire. It look like straight out of like The Walking Dead or some shit. And I know that's not like the best of circumstances, but they're making the best of what they got, and that's the good part.
Right here.
I've been here since I was 12 years old. And
How old are you? 27.
I'm 26 now. He's been raised here since he came out the hospital.
This little guy right here. Okay.
His mommy is pregnant with one more. So.
Okay. It looks like everyone's having a good old time out here.
It is safe. It's 100% safe here.
Yeah. So I see a little guy. I see those kids playing football. Do they go to school?
That's the number one rule. Your children reside here and they're in the age bracket to go to school. They must go to school.
Are you giving me the tour? Okay. So I see the signs too. It seems like there's some rules.
Like we say, your children is number one.
Yeah.
Keep the safety of our children. There's
Type
no
shit.
speeding allowed in our village. That's grounds for
Type shit.
removed.
Let's check it out. I'll shine a little flashlight.
Yeah.
This is my pantry. My pantry consists of everything besides clothing and footwear. Linens, food, kitchenware, everything.
see
Yeah,
it?
come inside.
All right.
Come inside.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we appreciate the hospitality.
Damn, it's crazy how they make like with what they got. Look at this shit. They made their own like kitchen.
So where'd you guys get all this stuff? All donations.
After seeing countless tent towns and homeless encampments,
That's
I've
lit,
never
bro.
seen anything this large and organized across the entire country.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the fuck I'm saying. Like that shit look
You
lit.
guys built your own society out here. I had no clue this went this far back, by the way.
It looks like, my bad. It looks like a fucking fallout shelter.
Holy smokes.
It goes far. What we're walking.
Like you know after the fallout,
Each
and it
section
looks
has their own
fucking
captain,
nice
their
because it's
own
Hawaii.
overseer.
Look how they
And your
built
role
that
is,
shit.
What exactly?
I'm captain for section 1.
Okay. So let's say some crazy guy comes in here and says, or someone just coming here messing around.
And we're gonna get together and get him out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you had to do that?
Yes.
Is it pretty common?
Yeah. Well, we got some out-of-state people. Majority of us is Hawaiian. Diva.
Hi, Sheba. She's a little shy. And we have some inspirational quotes here, too. And there's a map. You guys built a freaking map. What? Look at
That's
the border
fucking
right here. I'm
fire.
very impressed. This is been to quite a few spots. I've never seen
That's
anything of this
fucking
size of
fire, bro.
organization.
That's
Again,
creative.
what do you think allows you guys to get along so well and maintain this level of like order?
Respect.
They have a fucking fire extinguisher. Gang. These niggas is advanced. What the fuck? They got a fire extinguisher. This is, oh, I thought this was an electricity cord. I was about to go crazy. Like, yo, y'all got light at night? They got fucking a sitting area right here.
Well, I grew up.
They got a
in
lot of
respect.
sitting areas.
It comes in everything and anything. Whether it be a rock, whether it be a
Another, bro, gang. Look, these guys is literally like, they're caution. They got fire extinguishers and shit.
Grew up believing
That shit's
respect. It comes in
fire, bro.
everything and anything. Whether it be a rock, whether it be a person, a tree.
Also, we just made it to section 2, I noticed.
That's fire.
Yes,
I'm not
this is
gonna lie to
section
you.
Dang.
But they
So
got
this is
so
gonna
many
be very
goddamn wood
valuable
pallets, bro.
land, right? Built-in
Holy.
library right here. Wow. Okay, that's
A library.
I never would have thought all this was hiding behind this parking lot. Give a trampoline.
A fucking
I see
cookout.
that.
A
We have
fucking
basketball court.
trampoline.
That's epic. What's your name?
Kala. I'm one of the overseers here. She makes sure that everything's going accordingly up there for the construction wise. That makes sure the homes are being built for the people down here. Her job is to bring
That's
everybody.
fire, man.
And that's
Like a home out of here or home here?
Out of here to up there and to permanent homes.
So how many people have you guys transitioned into permanent housing?
Right now, we're still in the process of building the sections. What we're going to do is take the kapunas and the children out of here.
Okay. Kapunas are the elderly?
The elderly,
Okay.
yes.
One,
We have
two,
7
three,
sections.
four. Okay.
I am the overseer of 3. Try to keep like the single women.
That's
to the front
fucking fire.
Because it's dark back here, and I try to keep them around families where they can be watched for the safety. You know, even though we're all not cut from the same cloth, we're still family. A lot of them come out
That's
here
very valid.
and been houseless because of stipulations along the way that they faced. Whether it was a bump in the road that they hit. and
Look
they
how the
never got
kids are
back
just
up there
having fun
because all
sharing
this
one
time
phone,
in
bro.
their life they was let
It's
down
not
a
like
lot.
they all got a
So
singular
this place
phone
was
where they
solving
could
the
just
problems.
all
Not
play
really,
together.
it's
Nah,
just
they
they
take
find their
turns.
home. Me,
And
I
they're
chose
still
my
laughing,
houses up
having
here
fun.
because
Why
I
is
didn't
that?
want to live under nobody's rules. Everybody getting priced out of paradise. My baby sister had to move. Her and her family moved to Las Vegas to survive because our pay ain't so great out here. It's like, what, $14 minimum wage? Rent out here for a studio is like almost $2,000. But people with family working 2-3 jobs, who is there at home to raise the children?
After seeing countless locals priced out of their home in Oahu,
It's like you
flew
could
over
get a
to the
job,
island of
multiple
Maui to
jobs
see
that
what
will
has
give you
happened to
money,
the
but then
locals
again,
here
who's gonna
nearly
raise your
1 year
kids?
after wildfires destroyed 2,200 structures, caused $5.5 billion plus in damage, killed over 100 people. This
$5.5 billion in damage.
displaced over 6,000 people now currently living in hotels, temporary housing, or tents on the beach. What does the future look like for people now on the streets? And are tourists coming back to Maui helping or aggravating the situation of those currently displaced?
We have made it to Lahaina. This is your first time here.
Are you gonna get a tourist
When
point
I
of
came
view?
here, half this joint was blocked off. It was fully burnt down. This is what stands. Roughly 1 year later, a lot of this is raised completely.
Damn.
This is Brian with Maui Gravel and Soil. I deliver gravel and soil to
That's
people all over
fucking
Maui.
What's changed in the last
crazy.
year or so since the Lahaina fires?
That's
we're
fucking
rebuilding
crazy.
Lahaina. Businesses like mine that deliver dump trucks of gravel and aggregate for construction purposes are very busy, and everybody's just trying their best to do their part to rebuild.
Are tourists welcome in Maui right now?
Yes,
I couldn't
absolutely.
imagine losing my
tourists
home,
is
bro.
where the lion's share of the money comes from. We ask that the tourists show respect for the fire victims, but that time has passed. So the tourists, of course, are welcome here on Maui. It's going to take a decade or longer to fully rebuild the town of Lahaina.
We just opened this store in the spring of last year, and it was just kind of really getting going. We were getting ramped up, and the fires happened, and we actually didn't know if this area survived for a few days. It took a long time, and it's still really not back. As far as business. I mean, by this time in a summer
It wouldn't be
season,
back, bro. The
we
whole
should
town
be
got burned.
cranking. Everything's booked, lines out the door, which is obviously not happening. If they walked in last summer and asked me, can I book a boat tomorrow, I would laugh at them.
So right now, can I book a boat? Okay. Brother Jay, how long you been here in Maui?
And the sad part is, you saw how she went from laughing. Look, look. She said last summer I would laugh at them, and then she's smiling, right? And then he said, "Yo, if right now I could book a boat," she went dead ass and said, "Yeah, you could." She need the money. I could tell.
Book a boat? Okay. Brother Jay, how
See, look, you could. Straight dead ass when she saw that it's an opportunity.
How long you
Damn,
been
this
here in
nigga's
Maui?
tattoos is crazy.
27 years, bro.
Okay. Were you here when Lahaina fires happened?
Yeah, we was here, bro. We was here. My wife's born and raised up Lahaina Luna. I'm from the other side of the island, yeah?
Where you from before Maui?
Atlanta, Georgia.
So you have the Hawaiian accent, though.
So he's a colonizer.
Yeah, been out here a long time.
You're a full-on brother now.
I'm a hybrid.
What's going on here in Lahaina?
Same bro. There's no water.
No drinking water?
What the fuck? He really do got an accent. No water.
In the land, there's no water in the pipes. There's no
water in the
There's
land.
nothing.
But I've been here for 16
What
years.
the fuck?
Almost my whole adult life.
That's
As a
crazy.
I don't know if that's a pejorative coming from me. Are you welcome to come and move here? How has your experience been?
I find moving here to be a touchy subject.
Yeah. You can't hide that you're obviously not Hawaiian.
No, I'm embarrassingly white.
Sure.
In general,
Yeah.
with that question, I find that if one comes out here with a heart of respect and knowing that this land has a lot of history, a lot of mistrust, a lot of tragedy. You know, you don't come out here approaching it like Disneyland.
Sure.
You come
Type
out here
shit.
approaching it with respect and wanting to
Respect.
learn and wanting to value the land and the culture. Then you don't have a problem.
Can you explain your tattoo on your face? That thing looks pretty cool.
So this is our family. When I was brought over and brought into the Hawaii Kingdom, it was through a family on Molokai. We started living the kaheias and living the life and learning and educating. And so really this is just our family genealogy. It's the watermen of Molokai.
What are your thoughts on brothers not from here, or maybe just like from California getting a tattoo of like a turtle in Hawaiian fashion?
I don't give a fuck they do.
Okay.
I don't give a
You're a hybrid, brother.
You know what I mean? Each his own journey, bro. Each his own journey.
How important is tourism to the economy holistically?
Exceedingly important. It's I say to people all the time, thank you for coming, thank you for visiting us. We all want to live and eat here. And to live and eat here, many of us rely on tourism as an industry, for better or for worse.
Okay. Did you feel okay coming here to Maui 1 year later after the fire, or was there some weirdness? or some
W answer. I
hesitation?
ain't even about to lie to you. You can't get mad at that.
We didn't hesitate. We just decided to come.
How's your experience been?
It's been awesome.
Beautiful out here, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, very.
It's expensive. Well,
I'm Mexican. I have a Hawaiian family that call me their Hanai son.
Okay.
So that's why I have.
Oh, yo, can we see it?
They call me their adopted son. So I'm on the family portrait.
This is what we want to see, David.
On the family portrait, that's crazy.
So right ahead of us, we see the death of what once was Lahaina and the new Lahaina, whatever that will look like. We have straight ahead of us Bank of Hawaii Pork and Salad coming soon, Lahaina Cannery. It looks like they're gonna turn this place into something completely not like what it once was. There's going to be an
Gentrified.
entirely new Lahaina.
While Maui was years away from rebuilding what once was, I met up with David's uncle, Walter, a Hawaiian OG descended from royal blood, to hear his thoughts on the rapid change of Hawaii in his lifetime, the effects of tourism on the island, and the seemingly inevitable fading of the Hawaiian culture. He also just happens to be on the FBI watch list for exposing some dark truths in the documentaries.
What the fuck? This nigga's on the FBI watch list? What type of information did he expose out in Hawaii?
He made about the islands in his free time.
Our view of Maui is not the same anymore.
What do you get from being on the FBI watch list? Do they just like have a second or third eye on you or some shit?
The first traffic lights in
That's kind of scary to think about.
There was one light up in Wailuku town, and then all of a sudden, traffic lights came from all over. When it was just stop signs, people used to stop at the sign and wave to their friend across at the other stop sign and tell them, "Hey, you know what? My daughter's got a birthday party Friday. You guys want to come?" Yeah. And the other guy on the other stop sign would say, "Oh, I can come too." "Yeah, you can come too." And that's how Maui was, you know. Everybody was friends. Everybody had aloha. Now that get the traffic lights, get 3 cars running through the red light.
I may have done that on accident today. On accident.
What is this world coming to? No, we're not mad at the people that came. It's just the change that decided. Because I believe the Hawaiians left.
We're going to come back? And we're going to
Yeah, the Hawaiians left.
Okay.
Hey, you can't say kidnap for this nigga, bro. He's on the FBI watch list. You gave that nigga PTSD or some shit. Bro, that shit's beautiful. Look at that shit. That shit's beautiful.
Where are we at?
Oh my god.
This place is called Kahiki Nui.
That's beautiful.
When did you end up with this land?
Back in the 1990 something, but this land.
He's had this land for 30 years.
And this is Hawaiian homeland.
How much do you think this would sell for on the market?
Priceless.
Priceless?
Right.
$1 billion.
Look at that view.
Right.
Billion with a B. And speaking of billionaires, Oprah lives out here somewhere, right?
Yeah, in Ulupaupu.
I imagine she paid a lot more than you did to live here, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm honored and I'm privileged to be here.
You also have a crazy story on your dad's side too, right?
Yeah, he had some land up in Waihe, and the plantation owner, sugar plantation, needed the land. They tried to convince him that he should move out so many times, and he wouldn't do it. Finally, they accused him of having
leprosy.
Okay. And they shipped him to the island.
What is
of
that?
Molokai. And I know that he wasn't the only one.
And he didn't even have leprosy?
When he died, the autopsy showed no signs of leprosy.
So that was a tactic what Americans were using to steal land from?
To get the land.
Okay.
He died in the leprosy colony with no leprosy.
Taken from his family, his friends. Okay.
It's not easy to come out here and build it.
Did you build this house right here?
Yeah.
Bare hands?
Yeah.
Dang. Can we see the guns?
Guns?
Yeah.
Damn, so they basically said he had a disease that affects the skin. They said he had a disease and they sent him to an island to die. And when they saw his body and studied it, they showed no signs of the disease. Damn, they did him
Are they gonna end
dirty,
up on the
bro.
mainland just getting driven out, or
What
are they
the
gonna end up on the
fuck?
streets out here? There's only so much land, and
You know, the Department of Hawaiian Homes, they should address the problem. Why people are leaving? Why are people leaving? And they got so much land. There's so much land, like 20,000 acres over here. And only 20 of us got homes. Why don't they let more?
when did you start noticing millionaires and billionaires coming in here and buying second homes, vacation homes, turning them into Airbnbs, and now forcing property taxes to go up that they can't afford
Well, I
to pay?
noticed it back in the late 60s and the early 70s.
60s?
The
How
winter
old is
birds
bro?
coming in. If we didn't welcome foreigners, I wouldn't have my wife.
I see.
How
There she
old is you?
50 years of happy marriage, right?
51 years.
So he built this with his bare hands, for context. We're at the bed, double bunk bed.
Hey, that's fire.
It's beautiful. It's kind of it's so quiet out here. It gets me. I've been to such a quiet.
Is it
no
bad that
noise
I want to smoke a fat ass
no
blunt
light
right there?
No
on a
pollution at
rocking
all.
chair.
You told me Oprah lives around here. Do you think there's that sort of aloha I give to you and you give back to me mentality when it comes to like the ultra rich? Some of these people building resorts.
Honestly, they got money to throw away.
Yeah.
And so they keep buying and buying and buying. And that's their privilege. So you can't stop them from doing it. You can help so many people.
I mean, I don't have Oprah money or anything like that, but I think the perspectives alone have value.
If my father can do, then I can do. Whatever he can do, I can. You know, so
That's the mentality you have to carry.
your job is to let people know that they can. I listen to the voice of my ancestors. They cry out to me, return to the land of Kahiki Nui. Ualohe au I nā leo o nā kupuna. Ka hea lako I au. E ho I oe I Kahiki Nui. Ka aina o kou kupuna. E ho I oe I Kahiki Nui. Ka aina o koa loa. Ah, kia kua. Make au e nana I kou maka.
That shit did something to me. I ain't even about to lie to you, bro.
I came out
I
here.
felt some type of way when he was saying that. I don't know what the fuck he just said. I don't know if I'm covering the translation, but yo, that shit.
My mind was, if this is the owl's home and I'm in his home, then he's welcoming me home. And that night I also wrote that song.
Major shout out to Uncle Walter, David, and Jamin. Go subscribe to David and Jamin to learn more about the
That's
culture
fire.
of Hawaii as they start their new YouTube channel. And check out Walter's documentaries below. Thanks for
W shout out, W video. I ain't know this was going on in Hawaii. Let me know if y'all did. And let me know if y'all fuck with this type of content, this informational type of shit. You feel me?